Hello, Internet. This is Jeff from Saratoga Screams, coming to you from Utah. Just wanted to give you a quick update on what I've been working on over the winter. Normally this is not Halloween craft making time, prop time, but my son's elementary school came to me and asked me to build them some haunted trees, scary trees, for their elementary school play. They're doing the Wizard of Oz. And I did a haunted forest in my garage a couple years ago. And they'd seen the trees I did there, and they came up and asked me to do some trees for them. So here's what I've been doing. I create these monstrosities out of some pretty inexpensive parts. I don't like to spend a lot of money. I'm not wealthy, so I think like most haunters, we do it on the cheap. So here's a finished version. Looks pretty good. And then I've got two more, one here, and then one here. His arms are not in. It's right there. And I'm just getting ready to paint these two, so I'm gonna quickly go over before I paint them on just how I made them. It's not like a how-to, this is just kind of a brief overview. So, and as you can see, we're in my dirty garage because it's winter and in Utah it gets cold and it snows and can't really be outside a whole lot. So here's what happens, where the magic happens. I start with a carpet tube. Some of these cardboard tubes, they come inside a roll of carpet. If you get carpet for your home, for your business, whatever, they typically come in a tube similar to that. That's half of a tube. I chopped them in half to build these trees. And I just picked up at Lowe's for free, actually. I went to the back. They have them stacked up against the wall as they're getting ready to replace their carpet tubes that they have on the back there. And I just asked for them, and they gave them to me. So that was cheap, and it can't beat free, right? I start with that. I cut out incisions where I want the tree to bend. So you don't want a straight haunted tree. Maybe you do. I don't. I wanted trees that bend and look kind of creepy. So that's how you get these bent incisions. It's only a small portion cut out of the tube. It's not the entire tube chopped, so it's still supporting itself. And then I take duct tape and I tape the tube onto itself so it's bending, and so it still maintains a lot of structural integrity. And then from there, I fit them with PVC pipe fittings in here. There's 1, 2 for the arms. There, the pipe goes all the way through the tube, and I use great stuff, like so, great product. And I sealed that and stuffed that all in there so that way it holds the fittings in place right where I need them to. I should probably put out, I'm not saying that the way I built these trees is the best by any means. Some of you may have some excellent ideas on how to do things better than I have, and I'd love to hear them actually. But this is what I did. So then from there, I've got a tube that's bent up. I've got PVC arm fittings in place where I want them. I cut out a face, so this guy has got 2 eyes and a mouth. This guy, as you can see, the paint really helps you see what I've done. You know, create little teeth and funny shaped mouths and whatever. Then I take newspaper and I just roll it up. And after you've rolled it up, you tape it, and then you tape that onto the tree. And so starting with the roots or whatever, for example, these roots are just newspaper rolled up onto themselves, taped together, and then all these different little parts is just newspaper. And I'll probably stick with this tree so you can see what I've done. So yeah, just newspaper taped up as much or as little as you want. I find more kind of adds more texture and flavor to the tree. It really gives them some character. Newspaper for the nose. You know, a really thick arm on this guy. Fingers are all newspaper just rolled out. Once I've done that, he's all taped in where I want it. I take spray adhesive, just picked up at Harbor Freight, and then I use either plastic 5mm drop cloth for painters, or these are plastic garbage bags that I picked up. And after I spray the adhesive on, and then I wrap the newspaper in that plastic drop cloth or garbage bags, whatever. And so that's where you get this texture from. This is all just the plastic that's, you know, crumbled up on itself. Coat the entire thing with the plastic to include the top. The idea being that once it's all coated and everything, I would like these to be able to go outside when I get them back from the elementary school. So to make them weatherproof, in theory, this is the theory, I haven't tried this yet, so this year will tell if this worked or not. I went to some thicker than ordinary paint. It's liquid armor resurfacer. I just picked it up at Lowe's. It would happen to strike gold that day at the reject paint aisle. I love that aisle. So I first painted it with that. That really thickened up the outer coating of these trees, made them a lot more durable, hopefully. and then to make sure that they stayed durable and hopefully that they don't crumble and paint doesn't peel off too much, because I've had that with my old trees that I tried to build. I went with some truck bed coating, and I sprayed that a couple coats on the tree and the arms and the tops and the mouth and at the base. So hopefully it's a lot stiffer now, a lot more durable. I had a lot more success with these than I had in my previous versions. So hopefully they will withstand the elements, and they'll withstand elementary school kids pushing them on and off the stage for their play. That's the theory. I'll let you know how it goes. But so once you've sprayed them all, then they end up this black color, and then I'm going to paint them. I just once again mist tint aisle from Lowe's. That's where I go, Home Depot. I'll dry brush various shades of brown and a little bit of green for moss areas, and then I take dollar store moss, a buck each, and some hot glue, and I'll just glue that stuff on at random places, and voila, that is how you get a creepy haunted tree. He's on a base. I should probably show that. He's just on a 2x4 base, and I've got 2x4 sticking straight up vertically, and they're attached. You won't be able to see them, but I've got some L brackets in their elbows to give it some extra strength on the vertical portion of that base there. And in the wintertime, I'll probably just put some eye hooks in there and stake those into the ground, and then the trees won't go anywhere come Halloween. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. I'm going to go paint these two guys. I'll let you know how they come out. You'll see them in a second, because I'll show you the finished product. All right, well, here you go. I've finished the trees, painted up, got the moss on there, drank a Pepsi, gotta have it, keeps the energy going, and that is the finished product. Get you a good shot there. So yeah, those are my creepy trees. Hopefully they will last through the play, and the kids of the elementary school will be able to get them back to me in good shape, and then I can use them in my garage hunt or out in the yard. And yeah, so there you have it. All right, internet, happy hunting.